Hi, I'm Dr. Jen Remnes.
And I'm Dr. Jess Trice, and this is Real Talk with Vet Candy.
This show is brought to you by Veterinary.
Hi, I am Keisha Brown, a New York-based practice manager, and I am here to tell you how to boost your practice's bottom line with this hidden profit hack. Among the many cost-cutting strategies, one stands out as a game changer: transitioning from national brands to covetrus brands. This shift has the potential to yield substantial cost savings, up to 30%, on your essential supplies. Covetrus offers an extensive range of high-quality veterinary products, ranging from critical medications to vital surgical supplies, all at highly competitive prices. Let's illustrate this with a real-life example. By switching to covetrus brand products, an average 3-doctor practice can save almost $4,000 annually on anti-inflammatories and antimicrobials. Furthermore, the transition to covetrus brand needles, syringes, infusion therapy, and sutures can lead to an additional savings of about $5,100 per year. The cost savings can be strategically reinvested, whether it's for equipment upgrades, expanding services, or investing in comprehensive staff training programs. These savings aren't just numbers. They represent tangible resources that can fuel the growth and development of your clinic. So, adopting the covetrus brand portfolio can save you up to $14,000 per year. And covetrus makes it easy for you. To pinpoint your biggest savings areas, simply reach out to your covetrus representative and request a personalized covetrus brand savings report and help your practice thrive without compromise. So that's it for today. Thank you for listening to My Hidden Profit Hack. Follow us at MyVetCandy for more great tips.
What is Real Talk? That's what it is. Talking about real topics with your BFF.
Well, this next topic we're going to talk about is our dream jobs and what makes us happy. Isn't it really cool how we have our dream job that we're doing right now?
Yeah,
Isn't that amazing?
it doesn't really feel like real life.
No, it really does not. Like, I know when we were kids, when we were younger, we wanted to be veterinarians, right? But at the same time, it's like, how do you sustain that happiness? How do we sustain? Because
it's not always a clear-cut road.
It's not. And it's
Wasn't
very demanding, because we have, emergencies. We see all these roller coasters of emotions. 1 minute you see a healthy pet, next minute you're doing a euthanasia, next minute you're seeing an emergency, next minute you're seeing a diarrhea dog. So it's like, how do you keep that balance? And then how do we maintain that happiness? That is our next topic here that we would like to talk about.
Absolutely. I think that's what we're doing with Fatigue, Jess.
Yeah.
We really, really want to hone in on that positive work culture, that positive working environment. You have to love your work family. You're pretty much seeing them more than your real family.
Yeah.
We live here now.
This really is our second home. And really with our team here, it's our second family. We actually see and spend more time with our families here, our team members here, than what we do with our own families, our own significant others, our own friends, our own families, our actual families. So happiness, having it here is really, really important. So,
and it doesn't just stay in the hospital. We have to, also take this outside of vet med as well.
Yeah.
We are, on a friend level as well. We relate to one another and treat each other like family.
Yep, absolutely. And I think when it comes to happiness, to creating that culture, that I think we really strongly emphasize, it's really having that compassion. It's having that and having our team members seeing that, and also being very transparent as well, and seeing our team members too as their value.
Absolutely.
Like, isn't it amazing how all our team members are very uniquely made? And they all bring something uniquely to the table.
They bring a different piece, but that's what makes us, our boutique, our business.
Boutique. Isn't that cool how she brought that in together? So, but to your point, it does make everything compile, everything for the happiness. I just thought about this right now. So one thing that makes me happy is I've noticed even though we just started, we're very new, it was really cool one day. I heard a few of our team members, their own spouses or boyfriends or friends had come up and said, I see a difference in my friend or my spouse or boyfriend or girlfriend. They're the way they come home. They're happy. And when I heard that, I was just like, oh my goodness, are you serious? That they see the difference from where they were at before to where they're at now. One of our technicians actually was saying he was getting all choked up because he said one of his friends was like, I know this is a place that you're going to stay. You're not going to be going anywhere else. And when he was explaining that, like, he was getting choked up, and I was getting a little choked up when he said that. And it's just like, that is why we're in the field that we're at right now.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, we all love animals. We have to. It's in our industry.
Yeah.
But it goes beyond that. It goes beyond, you know, seeing case after case after case and working your butt off. Sure, we all do that, but there has to be more to it.
Oh, yeah. As far as for you, what makes you happy outside of work?
Outside of work, I do like to, you know, make sure that I am keeping up with my self-care.
Yeah.
That's super, super important to me. I'm a vet, but I'm not just a vet. There's so much more that comprises who we are as individuals, as family members, as wives, as partners, as friends.
Yes.
So I think just encompassing that entire unit as a whole.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think we can both agree on this one thing, too, is where what keeps us happy is getting our nails done, getting our hair done.
Our eyelashes.
Getting those eyelashes. Yes, we do like our eyelashes. I will have to say, some of our pets that we do see have those natural, beautiful eyelashes, and I envy them because we have to pay for ours. So, but that, I think
The hair, too. Don't leave that out.
But, you know, again, that's what makes us happy. You guys, comment below. What makes you guys happy? You know, you're at work, you're doing your thing, you're in your dream job, but at the same time, after work, what do you do that makes you happy? We would love to hear your comments, so please let us know.
We love pampering. What can we say?
I know. Pampering, the massages. I mean, we're two girls that love all that kind of stuff. We love fashion. We love the style. We love everything. But again, coming back to the work, it's that culture that we create. I know we both came from hospitals and corporations where it was demanding, where you had to see a certain number of pets. If you didn't see those number of pets, it was almost like you were a failure.
Focus was always on quantity, especially when I was a new graduate, and that brought me from job to job to job, and I just assumed that's how this job is.
Yeah.
Get used to it.
Yeah.
A lot of, you know, management members would also just kind of say, oh, you're learning the ropes.
Yeah.
We all had to go through this, kind of like a fraternity or a sorority, so to speak.
Yes.
So it doesn't have to be that way.
No.
The grass can be greener on the other side.
Yeah, new grads, take note of this. Please know that you have value. The moment that you graduate, they want you. Clinics want you. Corporations want you. Know what your value is worth. Because when you go in, you know, come in with that confidence, because you are a demand, starting off as soon as you graduate. And so, and again, it's not about the numbers, it's the quality.
The quality of your medicine, the quality of your care. The point of the matter is, don't stay stagnant. Don't stay in a routine just because it's comfortable. I'm in a completely different position that I ever would have envisioned for myself, you know, just 3 to 4 years ago. I thought I would specialize, do a residency, and now I'm a business owner. So follow, you know, where the wind's going to blow you, and don't just, again, stay where it's comfortable. Getting out of that comfort zone is super key to developing yourself as not only a professional but an individual as well.
Absolutely. Don't be afraid to take those steps. I remember starting off too, like, did I want to be a business owner right away? No. You know, but I wanted
scary.
that guidance. Absolutely.
It's
and
scary.
And it's really cool too, because, you know, you get into these positions, you're in the work environment, you're a new grad. Again, I'm focusing back on new grads because this is very, very big topic as far as, you know, working really hard and trying to get yourself together and understand what to do, because you learn everything. You're book smart. You have all that stuff, the tools and everything. But in the real world, when it comes out, it's like you don't know what to expect, and you really have to emphasize that happiness. What makes you happy? So I know one thing that we like to emphasize too with our employees is focusing on their strengths. You know, you're going to hear a lot sometimes. Yeah, we all need improvement. There's always they call it the weaknesses. I say it's improvement. You know, we all are learning. But at the same time, it's so important to focus on their strengths. And when you do that, they really feel valued in that way.
And they can help each other out. Everyone's going to bring a different strength to the table, and that's what makes us a dream team.
Yeah, absolutely. And it really comes down to the leaders as well, too, of a hospital or organization or corporation, whatever that entails. It goes back to having that compassion. Absolutely. You know, and you have to have a purpose, and you have to serve with what that purpose is. And with that purpose, you know, comes with passion. And if you don't have passion in what you're doing, it's not going to go anywhere.
No.
So it's really important to have that focus. And when you have that focus and that passion, your team members, those around you, are going to see that. And they're going to want to be able to support you. So it actually comes into, it's not about the money, because they want to be able to work in an environment where you have 2 passionate people or 3 passionate, whatever, the company has passion, and they're going to want to be able to work for you.
I always use that saying, if you can do anything in the world and money was not an issue whatsoever to worry about, what would you be doing? I just love that, because obviously for everyone in our industry, that's working with animals for sure. So don't chase the money. Don't chase the, you know, the tangible items. Go after, you know, what's important to you, and don't be afraid to explore other opportunities.
Yeah, absolutely. Daydream job, girl. What do you say?
Can't believe we're here.
I know. This is good job, girl. And that's the thing, like, to be able to do this with your best friend. Like, we've had opportunities. I know we've kind of dabbled with it a little bit from when we first started.
We worked together at a couple spots in the past, actually, and it was always sad because we'd work together, and then I'd leave or she'd leave, and then we'd have our little break from each other, but it ultimately just drew us right back together.
Yeah,
so here we are.
It was meant to be. And like I said, we had opportunities where, you know, we could have done this by ourselves, or there was, you know, maybe other people that were interested in joining us. But at the same time, like, we have the same morals and the same values and the same goals and the same vision and the same purpose. And
you bring out the best in one another.
We do.
And we balance each other so well just day to day here. We both offer different strengths as, you know, going back to that, and we really can just provide the best care for our patients and our clients that way.
And people always ask us, do you guys ever get mad at each other? I mean, tell us some stories of some dramas between you two. And honestly, there's not really any drama.
No, we're
it's
able
all
to communicate. We're able to communicate so well, and that's so important.
It is so important. And
all
people
of that.
see that too. Like our team members, they see that. They see how well we work together. And that's the key, is like you're saying, just the communication. And it goes back to having that foundation of being friends.
Absolutely.
But it's also, too, at the end of the day, we can look back and just be like, you know what, even though it's a business that we have, we can still look at each other and be like, you know, you're still my great friend, still love you, and respecting each other. And that's really, I think, the key. That all
really makes the big picture in the end.
It does. And look what we have. Yay. So again, happiness. What drives you guys to be happy? Is it, you know, having that best friend at work? Is it taking that time off and going on multiple trips?
Is it a corporation or an organization that really highlights self-care and mental health?
That's important too. Yeah. Any job that you guys take, whether it's a corporation, it's a private practice, no matter what, you always have to make sure that they're providing some kind of self-care for you, that there's always some type of break for you. You don't want to be working, you know, nonstop all day. That is not a healthy environment.
Whether that's decreased working hours or days during the week or PTO, whatever that is that's important to you to keep your mind healthy, your body healthy, your spirit happy. That is really what you want to, you know, focus on as far as a job or an employer.
And it shouldn't be just a job. It should be a place that you want to go to, that you really enjoy working. That's another thing that we've heard from our technicians, is that it's not, they actually enjoy coming to work. I can honestly say, like, I enjoy coming to work. I enjoy hanging out with our employees. I enjoy, you know, when we have our double doctor days. It's like, oh my gosh, it's going to be such a fun day.
It is.
You know, and you want to be able to have that happiness. When you feel that way and you feel comfortable in your work zone area and you feel like it's going to be such a great day. Like, you can have your bad days, believe me. You know, you can, just depending on how things
They're
go.
inevitable.
You just never know what's going to walk in through those doors. But at the end of the day, if you can still smile and still be like best friends at the end, like, that's just.
I love my team.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's important.
That's happiness.
It took me a while to get there, but I really can't stress enough. Find your niche, find your family, and that is truly where you're going to find happiness in vet med.
Are you happy that you went through all those obstacles to the point to now where you're at?
Because I don't think I would have recognized it as not normal in the beginning. I just, the first 2 to 3 jobs even out of vet school, I just thought that's how you're supposed to feel. That's how you're supposed to work. Put your head down and do this, do this, do this, and hurry up and volume, volume, volume. And it really doesn't have to be that way.
You create your destiny. You create how you want to plan your work life, your balanced life, your after work, all that stuff. Only you can decide what you want to do as far as your happiness, whatever that entails. Okay, so I think we're still, with our topic of dream job, just on a personal note, because I remember before getting accepted to vet school, obviously a lot of us are doing our mentorships, we're doing our, trying to get into vet school, so we're trying to get that experience.
Volunteer work, some externships.
Whether it's at humane societies, at human hospitals, from veterinary hospitals, and things like that.
I think I even went as crazy as that.
Yeah, and there's so many different ways of the experiences that we come out of it. And I just want to share something personal, because I remember from doing my mentorship, I was already in vet school. And I remember going into this one hospital, and I was so excited because I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool, because I get to be like, a tech in a way, and get to kind of show off my skills and all that kind of stuff. And then I remember going in there, and instead of being as an actual veterinary student, everything that I learned from my first 2 years of vet school, put those skills into tests, and having the mentor actually quiz me and help me do those things. And I remember going in there, and I barely saw my mentor.
Oh no!
I started doing,
I
started doing I was literally a technician. I wasn't nothing against techs. I mean, I think it's amazing what they do. They were actually teaching me how to do things and how to, navigate around the hospital and things like that. And like I said, I barely saw my mentor, and I really felt like instead of being a veterinary student that was learning,
into the wolves.
I certainly was. I was just. It wasn't a very good experience, I will have to say. And it wasn't just me, because it was other veterinary students that had the exact same experience. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, why do we have all these students, this hospital being a representative for mentorship? It should not be that way.
And it was setting you up for success at all.
No, not at all. And I remember another time too where I wasn't a vet student yet, but I was going to, I was about to apply to vet school. And I had no clue. It was my first time getting into the veterinary field. I always wanted to be a vet when I was a little girl. And I remember going into the vet. It was at an emergency that I worked at. And the surgeon said, hey, she's like, I need some gauze. Give me some gauze. Sure, no problem. I was so excited. I was like, this is the first time I'm actually stepping into a surgery room. And I'm actually going to help the surgeon get some surgery gauze. So me not knowing anything, I went ahead, I opened up the drape, and I had the gauze, and I handed it to her. Obviously, things have to be sterile. So not realizing it, nobody told me. I had no idea. And she looked at me, she's like, no, that's not right. And she actually told another veterinarian, say I would never make it as a veterinarian.
Wow.
So to have that impacted me, because for a veterinarian that I looked up to and in the veterinary field, I was like, this is so cool. And to be degraded in a way and be told I would never make it as a veterinarian. I will say this. Years later.
Fast forward, I was going to jump in and say,
now
she's the most fabulous mentor herself. I always love to say the story because it's like the blind date that went right. I was actually Dr. Jess's student way back when. This is what, 10, 11 years ago. Saying our ages.
Yes,
but
I'm older, but that's okay.
We were randomly paired. This was my first year of vet school, my first summer back, and she was my mentor, and she really showed me the ropes. And I can attest to this day, this girl really makes me feel so much more comfortable with surgery, specifically. I'm definitely more medicine-based with my skills. I guess as an individual, but when I'm paired up with her, we just cranked out a gastropexy 2 weeks ago.
Heck yeah,
so she really has spread my wings and really helped with my professional development in vet med.
Oh, you're so sweet. Well, I think it's with these experiences that we go through, I vowed to myself when it came to mentoring other veterinary students in the future that I would never make them feel the way that I felt. Yeah. And I always look back and I'm like, God, why did you let me go through that? Like, that really hurt my feelings. Like, that could have been a turning point for me to say, oh, maybe that wasn't that wasn't meant for me. Maybe you should be a veterinarian. And when you have that negative talk and that, you know, down putting that person, like, that is not a good thing. And so that's why when we have our technicians here, we have our family here, we really want to emphasize their strengths and really, you know, reward and really see the value that they bring to our hospital here.
Everyone brings a different component, and that's what makes the dream team.
Absolutely. But what I was saying before, too, at that veterinarian, it's funny because I think it was like 6 or 7 years later, I saw her at a veterinary conference.
You saw her.
I saw her, and all I had to do was just smile, and she knew I was a vet. So thank you for the motivation.
Look at her now.
Thank you for the motivation. You know, but again, it's nothing to be mean about, but we really wanted to let you guys know, as, you know, mentorship, really make sure that you are paired with a hospital and with a mentor that truly has that compassion, that love, that actually wants to do it.
They need to emphasize that because it's so crucial.
Yeah, there's a lot of veterinarians out there that, you know, they have the role and it's a privilege, whether it's chief of staff, medical director, mentorship under their belt. But to really take it to that level and to really take it to really show them and have that compassion, that is so important. And you really want to make sure you utilize that because if you don't, you can really, it can be a negative impact on you. It can really change your mind. It can make, it can make you or break you. I remember when, that was as a veterinary student, but as a doctor, I remember going into one of the hospitals and I was so excited because it was my first time. I was a veterinarian, I passed my boards, and I was getting paired with this doctor. I was like, this is so cool because he was supposed to be a really great surgeon. I was like, I'm going to learn so much. And then he waited for me to start. 2 weeks later, he put his notice. He was just literally waiting for me to start, and he left. I didn't have a mentor.
Oh my gosh.
And I was promised, oh, no worries, we're going to get someone for you. I'm a fresh, you know, new grad. And I didn't have anybody for a month went by.
I remember you telling me this story too. You had to crank out the textbook for your surgery.
Yeah, 6 months went by.
So
yeah, I think it was after a month or so it went by, and I had a German Shepherd that ate a foreign body. It was like a 75-pound German Shepherd. I'm a fresh new kid on the block, and I'm like, okay,
we're getting this out.
Tech, let's do this. Open the book, let's scrub in and do it. It was a sink or swim. But you know what? I'm so thankful for that because I swam fast after that. And then,
but you see the ripple effect of you, and then you just pass down skills to the next one, and just think about all of the positivity you're creating within the field. So I hope to do that with our hospital. We would love to bring students, you know, into Vettique and show them the ropes, and you know, just keep the trend going.
Yeah.
Right.
As you see, we have a passion for that, and we really want to teach, you know, not just our team members here, but all future veterinary students, you know, the importance of their value. And we also want to teach them, you know, the right way, really mentor them the correct way, the right way, and show them around really focus on what they want to learn and what they want to become, whether they want to be dermatologists, specialists, whether they want to be surgeons, whether they want to do integrative, whatever it is. Like, we really want to support that because we know what it's like not to have that support. And I'm so thankful that, you know, we did go through those things, those experiences.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I love the diversity, too, of all the different aspects of vet med that we can offer and contribute.
Absolutely.
The more the merrier.
The more the merrier. So come on, you vet students. We're here at Vettique. We will be very happy to have you part of our family and teach you and really help you. You know, it doesn't just stop here. You know, when you go on to going back to school, you know, you have our numbers. We'll be able to give us a call, you know, if you're nervous about something or if there's some kind of tests or you want to continue your education.
Phone a friend.
Whatever it is. Yes.
Phone a friend.
That's what we're here for, and that's how it should be. So, yeah, we're excited about Vettique and what we can offer for our future mentorships.
Thanks so much for watching this episode of Real Talk. If you like this one, please drop a comment below or share with a friend.
And let us know what you want to talk about. On to the next. Bye.